All right, all right, all right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Eustis Bulldog Sports Network live stream. My name is Trey Oakley. Tonight, I am joined by one of my best friends in the world, fellow football fanatic, and just good dude, Eric Cleveland. Eric, you excited to be here?
I'm so excited to be here, Trey. We're about to see a great football game tonight between the White Oak Roughnecks and our Eustis Bulldogs.
Yes, sir. Well, we've had a little bit of a delay. Here's our main man, Rusty. We finally got our live stream up and going, so apologies for any delays, but we finally got things going. So things are up and running now, but let's go ahead and give you a little bit of a preview right after this invocation. All right. Welcome back to the Eustis Bulldog Sports Network right after that good old national anthem. Tonight, let's give you a little bit of a preview of our matchup here. We got the White Oak Roughnecks coming into town last year. White Oak, not going to lie, put the whooping on Eustis, but tonight could be an entirely different story. Let's look at some key matchups here on our little live stream. First up, Eric, let's talk about the quarterback from White Oak.
Yeah, we've got Jackson Ludlow coming in from White Oak. He is a senior, and this is a standout player right here. Jackson threw for almost 2,100 yards last year, 23 touchdowns, and rushed for almost 1,000 coming in at 875. He is a quick player. He has high football IQ. This is going to be a player the Bulldogs need to look out for tonight if they want to win this game.
Absolutely, but on the other side, we have Mason Paddock for your Bulldogs. Nice running back who's shifty, quick, and can read the field like no other. You can see here last year in a matchup, dodging and weaving like Houdini, and we're going to see if he's going to be able to read the field tonight. White Oak is really going to have to put a defensive anchor on this man if they're going to be looking to walk out here with a back-to-back year dub against your Bulldogs. Eric, what you looking forward to here tonight?
Man, I'm looking forward to this Eustis Bulldogs defense versus Jackson. I think that they're going to have to put on a show tonight if they want to stop him. He is a tough player to play against. He can read the field. Some might call him a coach on the field himself. He is able to read this defense, and if they're going to let him have his way early, he's going to pick them apart, and they're not going to stand a chance.
Absolutely.
So I think that's one of our matchups of the game here is going to have how the Eustis Bulldogs defense can really stop Jackson and that wide receiver core starting off. They need to get get to him, contain him, and make sure that he needs to beat him with his arm and not his legs.
Absolutely. Well, again, my name is Trey Oakley. This is Eric Cleveland. Welcome to the Useless Bulldog Sports Network. If you haven't already, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow either the YouTube page that you are following or our Facebook account that you are here on. Again, thank you for joining here on the live stream. We're about to get into some action as we have our captains out on the field. But looking forward to some Useless Bulldogs. Shout out all of our cheerleaders as well. Shout out to our youngins out here. A fun evening here in the Boneyard. Nice little 84 degrees for the weather people out there who were thinking that it was going to rain tonight. Praise the Lord, because tonight we got nothing on the forecast except for some fun Friday night football. Indeed. All right. Also, bear with us tonight. We are testing out a brand new camera system, so shout out Sonny Rayford. He's going to be operating our camera tonight. Bulldogs going to be kicking off to the Roughnecks. Number 2, Mason Paddock. With a kick. A quick onside by the Bulldogs. Still recovered by the Roughnecks at about the 41-yard line.
It's not a bad play to start off, trying with the onside kick, trying to get you some early momentum early on. That's a great way to start off the game. Unfortunately, Bulldogs were not able to recover, so now they've got a short field to cover on their defensive side.
But if you followed along last week, the Bulldog defense was hounding on the Kemp Yellow Jackets. It's going to be interesting to see how they respond to this offense tonight. Offensive line coming out here from White Oak with some decent size. So, again, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Quarterback Jackson Ludlow lining up in shotgun. Goes for the pass. Tosses it over. Finds receiver number 3, Logan Ladwig. Wide open for a quick touchdown.
Yeah, they just left him wide open. It was a beautiful touch pass from Jackson to put that right over the linebacker. Unfortunately, the coverage just failed.
Roughnecks not wasting any time putting some numbers on the board. Number 8, Brady Prazak, kicker, going for the extra point. And right up the middle, putting the Roughnecks up 7-0 early here in the first quarter.
Trey, that is not what we wanted to see on the first play of the game from the Bulldogs defense.
Not at all. Unfortunate error by the defense, but fortunately plenty of time on the clock for them to be able to answer back. As long as they can answer as quickly as the White Oak Roughnecks were able to put points on the board, I think they've got a good chance in this, but they're going to have to be able to respond. I appreciate you being here, too. This is a lot of fun already.
It absolutely is.
The T-shirts are flying over. They have a T-shirt cannon? Whoa. I've never seen a high school with a T-shirt cannon. I don't know. The more you know. You heard it here first, folks. White Oak has A T-shirt cannon.
Maybe that's why they threw that really good pass.
I know, they're used to cannons. Brady with the kick. And he's taken down at the 36-yard line. That was number 32, Trenton Jones, with the recovery. It's going to be 1st and 10 at about the 36-yard line for your Bulldogs.
This Bulldog offense needs to come out here, Trey, and show some real life. If we can match the Roughnecks on that first drive, I think we've got a real shot to come back and hopefully play some better defense the next time and keep them from scoring.
Absolutely. Ethan Marquez is your quarterback here tonight. Let's see if the Bulldogs are going to be able to come up with a quick response. Marquez for the snap. Hands it off to number 5, Hudson Smith. But unfortunately, it's taken down.
Good attempt at the jet sweep, but unfortunately, that Roughneck defense was all over that.
It'll be 2nd and 14. Here in your first quarter. Bulldogs calling the play. Bulldogs lining up. Whistle is blown. Sounds like we've got a timeout, Bulldogs.
I don't know if the coaches just didn't like what they were seeing on the field there, or I don't know what exactly that timeout was for. Hopefully they can talk it out and work out something there.
Absolutely. And apologies if there's a little bit of confusion on the online scoreboard. We're managing it ourselves here tonight. But we appreciate you following along with us. Again, 10 minutes, 58 seconds here in the first quarter. Roughnecks struck early with a very quick reception touchdown. Reception touchdown. What a word.
Reception touchdown.
Bulldogs looking to make something happen. Snap to number 11, Marquez. He's going to take it himself. Finds a little bit of yards. He's able to cross the 40-yard line. Able to get a nice gainage of yards.
Great improvisation there by the quarterback. He just absolutely was able to bounce that outside. There was nothing up the middle. So great improvisation to bounce that outside and make a positive play out of nothing.
Bulldogs only need 5 here. 3rd and 5 here with 10 minutes and 30 seconds here in the quarter. Marquez takes a snap. Going for a pass. Finds number 20. Preston Sy is able to cross over the nice lines. Over the 50. That is going to be a Bulldog first down.
Great play decision there by the coach. Just throwing it out, getting it into the screen, into the flats, and having your blockers out in front of you ready to go on that screen pass. That was beautiful execution by the Bulldogs.
Lyman holding it down out there. Preston Sy with a great reception, but it seems to be some mustard on the lettuce out here. Don't know what the call is right now. It'll unfortunately be holding on the Bulldogs. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
And just an unfortunate good play backed up by a holding call. Hopefully they can make something out of this at 3rd down here.
Absolutely. That'll make it 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs. just trying to make something else happen. Right snap. Handoff. Number 20 press inside, looking to make something else happen, but another flag is on the field.
Trey, it looks like they were pointing in the Roughnecks direction. Maybe we caught a break.
Absolutely. Let's see what the call here will be. Face mask. That will be a face mask on the Roughnecks, resulting in a 15-yard penalty, resulting, even better, in a Bulldog first down.
Hey,
Nice
we
to
caught a
get that
break
one
when we
back.
needed it. Hopefully they can continue and work down the field, get some points off this drive.
Absolutely. Uh-oh. Fumble in the backfield. Unfortunately, that is going to be a rough loss of yards for the Bulldogs. Marquez is still able to recover. However, going to put the Bulldogs in a more precarious position on the 47-yard line. Making it 2nd and 18.
And it looks like we just had a bad snap from the center. And that's some of the stuff that they're going to have to clean up if they want to win this football game. You know, White Oak is no pushover.
Exactly. Bulldogs just have to stay defined, stay physical, maintain a good energy and attitude in this game. Marquez takes a snap. Again, ball is dropped. Eustace still able to recover it, but that is 2 fumbles in a row. 2 costly mistakes. Unfortunately, making things even more difficult now as it is 3rd and 21 here on the 44-yard line. Bulldogs looking to try to get out of this rut early on here in the first quarter. And the snap. Sounds like another flag on the field. That is going to be a delay of game on your Bulldogs. Fortunately, costing them another 5 yards. Again, delay of game on the Bulldogs. Making this 3rd and 26. Not impossible to overcome, but the Bulldogs definitely in a tricky position right here. Going for a pass. Long shot. Just over Mason Paddock. Great toss by Marquez, but just a little too much muscle on that throw. Bulldogs are going to be punting the ball on this.
Man, Trey, that was almost a really great throw. If he would have caught that, he had nothing but green and purple in front of him, and I think he'd be celebrating with his team down in the end zone if that was just a little less mustard on that.
Absolutely. But again, great toss nonetheless. Number 2, Mason Paddock, going for the punt kick here. Bobbled in the backfield. Oh, he's taking it himself. Mason Paddock finds a hole, looking for a first down here. Nice, able to get around, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to result in a first down. But still a nice run for yards by number 2, Mason Paddock. Unfortunately, Roughnecks are still able to hold on to that ball. And it's going to end up resulting in a 1st and 10 for the Roughnecks on about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that drive was just killed by self-inflicted wounds for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely.
I think if they can clean those up, they're going to have a good chance to win this game.
Absolutely.
But they've got to clean those up.
Having some clock issues here. Trying to make sure we're fixing that. Again, apologies for such. Trying to get better and better with such. So it'll grow over time, but apologies early on. Roughnecks look for another drive. Quarterback hands it off to the receiver, but unfortunately there is another flag on the play.
These refs are not letting anything go tonight.
Let's see what the call is. It looks like it's going to end up being on the Bulldogs. Holding on offense, actually. That's going to push the Roughnecks back 5 yards, resulting in a 1st and 15. Something going in the Bulldogs' way. Nice call by the referees. Every call has been great tonight. Not criticizing them at all. They've made every right call tonight. Just clarifying that.
Yeah, that was a great stop, though, on 1st down by the Bulldogs. Even without that holding call, they got maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Exactly.
That's the type of defense that we need to see today.
Exactly. Making sure they're disciplined. Goes for it. Hands it off to number 7, Kenny Pohl. Finds a little gap up the middle, but is not able to make it super duper far. Nice defense by the Bulldogs. That is going to make it 2nd and 13. Quarterback. Jackson Ludlow takes the snap. He's looking for a pass. Tosses it up. He's going for number 3, Logan Ladwig, but unfortunately is not able to connect on that pass. That is going to be 3rd and 13 here with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. Bulldog defense dialing in right here, trying to put some pressure, try to get the ball back in their hands, and hopefully get some points on the board. Looks like we're going to have a pass here from the Roughnecks. Number 4, Tyson McLean in motion. Jackson Lolo with the pass. Finds number 14, Brenton Wood, for a big, big pass. That is going to put the Roughnecks in a great position to put some more points on the board here.
That was a beautiful throw by Jackson to put it right over the defender, only where his man could get it. That was just a great throw.
Able to just dial it in, find a good spot. Roughnecks not wasting any time here. Jackson's going to take him himself. Crosses across. It looks like it is going to be right at the 1-yard line. This is going to be a 2nd and goal. Six and a half minutes here to play. Bulldogs going to try to stop this White Oak offense. Second and goal. Hands it off to number 7, Kenny Poole. Sable to find a gap, and that is going to result in another Roughneck touchdown.
They almost had him there at the goal line, but with that extra effort that the running back gave, he just would not be stopped. He would not be denied that touchdown, and he runs it right in for 6.
Absolutely not. Roughneck offense is looking incredible here to start off the show. Roughneck band playing a familiar Aggie tune. The extra point is good, making it 14-0. Roughnecks here with 6:10 remaining in the 1st quarter.
Trey, this game isn't out of hand yet, but if the offense keeps playing, the White Oak Roughneck offense keeps playing like this, it'll be hard to stop them. They are clicking on all cylinders. There is just no stopping that Roughneck offense right now.
Absolutely. Jackson Ludlow with a nice pass over to Brenton Wood for that previous touchdown. And again, number 8, Brady Prazak with a nice extra point for his 2nd of the day. Excuse me, that was Jackson to Brenton for that long gainage of yards. Number 7, Kenny Poole with the touchdown. My apologies. cheerleaders looking to bring some life into these Bulldogs. Eustace looking to answer back here. Kick is up. But it's recovered by number 8, Shane Cheek. Bulldogs are going to take the ball. Right about. Looks like we'll be at the 34-35 yard line. Pardon me, 32-yard line. First and 10. Roughnecks up 14-0 right now. Eric, what you looking for out of the offense right now?
Trey, I'm really wanting to see some quick, big, explosive plays, but also we need to slow it down, have a nice methodical drive. Our defense has had very little time to rest. So if they can have some time to rest, regain some composure, hopefully they can come back and have a good defensive outing.
Finds Paddock in the backfield, taken out of bounds by the Roughnecks. Looks like we will have a 2nd and 10 here. Up, we're seeing the ball move up quite a bit. Seemed to be another penalty on the play. I think it may have been a face mask. So we got a first down here for the Bulldogs. I believe that we had a face mask call there on the Roughnecks.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, so I'm kind of shocked, but
not entirely sure what the call was, but no matter what, it is going to be a nice break for the Bulldogs here. Snap. Marquez taking it himself. Head by a truckload of Roughnecks. Taking him down in the backfield.
Ethan Marquez did not want to go down there, though. It took about 3 Roughneck defenders all on top of him to get him down. Unfortunately, it was a loss of 1 yard.
Not again. Bulldogs looking to try to bring life into the offense. The big fellas lining up. Bulldogs looking to try to put some numbers on the board here. Marquez again taking it himself. Runs it up the middle. We have a nice little bear hug in the middle. That is going to be a nice gain of yards. But it is going to be about 3rd and 7 here.
Good, powerful run there by Ethan Marquez. Any yardage is good yardage.
Absolutely.
And so instead of 3rd and 11, we've got a 3rd and 6. So they've got a much better chance to convert this.
Absolutely. Fellas lining up. Number 52, Cooper Gaddis. Snap the ball. Hands it to Marquez, looking for a pass. Finds Ethan Gallet for the reception. Taken down by number 10, Cal Jester. Down at the 46-yard line. That is going to be 4th and 2. Let's see if the Bulldogs are going to try to push in themselves or go for a punt. It looks like they're going to go for it themselves.
I like this decision here, Trey. I think if they can convert this, that'll be a huge momentum swing here for the Bulldogs.
Same here, especially early on. Oh, but unfortunately, a miscommunicated snap is going to be recovered by number 9, Levi Sipes of the Roughnecks.
Again, these self-inflicted wounds.
Rough break for the Bulldogs here. That is going to be 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line for the Roughnecks. But man, tough break for the Bulldogs there.
Very unfortunate.
Miscommunication, malfunction at the junction. This is going to put the ball back in the Roughnecks' hands. Let's see what Jackson Ludlow and his Roughnecks can pull off here.
Hopefully this defense can stand tall this time.
They've had
We
some
need
good
a punt.
opportunities, but unfortunately just some mistakes along the way. Things that can be tightened up. Let's see if they can do it. Shotgun. Calls play. Hands it off. Number 7, Kenny Poole. And the Bulldogs are able to recover another fumble. That is Shane Cheek with the ball, and it is going to go right back into your Bulldogs' hands.
That was the break these Bulldogs needed, Trey. A turnover
Absolutely.
is huge for us right now.
That is a big, big time play. And a great break for the Bulldogs. It's going to be first down on about the 34-yard line. 33, apologies. Great play by the Bulldogs to put this back into their hands. Fire up the crowd a little bit. Get some momentum on their side. Let's see if they can tighten up the screws. Get into scoring position.
When the Bulldogs execute, they have been playing well. It's just the self-inflicted wounds that are bringing us down, Trey.
Absolutely.
This is going to be a great opportunity here.
Hands it off to Mason Paddock. But, again, a stellar defensive performance right now by the Roughnecks. Stopping him still at the 33-yard line. We got a little gain of yards. Apologies. It'll be about 2nd and 8 on the 35-yard line. Snap. A little high. Getting tossed around a little bit. Another error.
I think they're calling it an incomplete pass. That was a very smart play by Ethan. He picked the ball up and
Wow.
just tossed it forward. That was great football IQ. Prevented a loss.
Is it a first down? I wonder if they're calling it a fumble or not.
The ref on the
Third
far
down.
sideline gave us an incomplete pass call, so I think we've got an incomplete pass.
Heads up play by Gallet. Apologies, Marquez. Lots of apologies here tonight. We're hoping to shorten those down as we go. Got another timeout. Looks like it'll be by the Bulldogs. Timeout here, Bulldogs, with 2:57 here in the first quarter. 3rd and 8 opportunity. Bulldogs trying to make something happen out here, but so far the Roughneck defense has not allowed for anything to happen. Ball on the 35-yard line. Bulldogs looking to try to push the ball here. Cooper Gaddis manning the snap here. Hikes it to number 11, Marquez. Looking for the open man. Finds Mason Paddock. And he is at the 40, 35. Taken down by the Roughnecks. But that is going to be a huge first down for your Bulldogs.
Ethan Marquez put that ball right on the money, and Mason Paddock made a man miss and got extra yards on that. That was beautiful football right there by the Bulldogs.
Great toss. Great play. Bulldogs putting themselves in a great position to put some numbers here on the board.
Let's not forget about that offensive line, too. They gave Ethan plenty of time to throw that ball, to set his
Absolutely.
feet, and to get a great pass delivered.
Shout out to the big fellas out there in the trenches holding it down, giving Marquez the opportunity to get that ball over to Paddock. Bulldogs in a great position right here. Marquez taking it himself, runs it up the middle, is able to find a gap. It's taken down by the defense. But again, Bulldogs are putting themselves in a great position to do so, giving them another first down. About 2 minutes, 20 seconds here to go in the corner.
Trey, this is exactly that momentum that the Bulldogs needed. They had a great pass. They had a great run. This is exactly where they need to be right now to get this game right back where they can be in play.
Injecting some momentum into the fellas. It is going to be a first and goal opportunity here for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Marquez takes the high snap. Is able to still run a little bit, but that is going to be a second down and goal. Brought down by number 52, Dakota Green of the Roughnecks. Roughneck D linemen are just hounding the Bulldogs out there, but offensive linemen giving them a rough time out there. Let's see if they're going to be able to give them a rougher time, give the Bulldogs a nice 6 up on the board. Snap. Hands it off to number 20, Preston Sy. Sy gains 2 yards. Third and goal on the 7-yard line. Roughnecks 14, Bulldogs 0. Bulldogs trying to make that a whole new story.
Trey, this is where blue collar football is made, right here. When you're on 3rd and goal, they've got a great chance again to put this game right back in their own hands, to control their own destiny in this game. I know it's early, but this right here is a big play for the game.
Exactly. Big momentum opportunity here. Oh, ball is unfortunately on the ground. That is going to be recovered by the Roughnecks, and that looks like it is going to shift the tide big time. That is number 9, Levi Sipes, covering the fumble, and that is going to be a massive blow. Another 6 up on the board for the Roughnecks, making it 20-0 here with 22 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
The scoop and score. Great play in football, not whenever it's against your own team.
Unfortunate break right there for the Bulldogs. Again, resounding defense by the Roughnecks, just not giving them an opportunity.
Trey, I think I need some wood in here to knock on. I feel like every time I mention something about the Bulldogs needing a big moment, it's the opposite of a big moment.
They're going to take it themselves, go for the 2 points. Bulldogs are able to stop. QB Jackson at the line, at least preventing the 2-point conversion for the moment. But again, Bulldogs in a position they don't want to be recovering the ball again. Let's see if they're going to be able to make something happen here with 22 seconds to go here in the first quarter, but not going to lie, it's looking kind of rough right here in to start it all off.
Yeah, the worst part about a defensive touchdown for that quarterback is going to be that he gets right back out on that field and he's got to play again. He's got to have some play to build his confidence back up, because that's a blow whenever you have a defensive touchdown, whether it was your fault or not.
Exactly. Roughnecks executing their plan early. They're trying to frustrate the Bulldogs early on, and it seems to be doing so, flustering them a little bit with 20 points here in the first quarter. But again, nothing impossible that can happen here on a Friday night in the Boneyard. See if they can try to shorten this up a little bit. Again, it is going to be number 8, Brady Prezak, for the kick. On the backfield, that is number 5, Hudson Smith. It'll be a 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. Nice run there by Hudson.
Hudson made a couple guys miss there. Looked a little shifty. That was a pretty nice return. I thought he was going to get stopped there pretty early, but he got a couple extra yards out of it.
Bulldogs. 1st and 10 here on the 27-yard line, trying to make something happen here with 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. White Oak out here with their veteran-heavy roster. Lots of juniors, lots of seniors, making up a large portion. Oh, ball on the field again. Thankfully recovered by the Bulldogs in the backfield. That is going to end our gameplay here in the first quarter. We're going to take a little break here. We will see you back in just a little bit here with the second quarter. We'll be right back. All right, we are back here. Already it is going to be a 3rd and 22 quick defensive play by the Roughnecks. Going for a pass. Finds number 88's Tyler Graham over to the sideline. That is going to be 4th and long here for the Bulldogs. Punting teams coming out.
Trey, these Bulldogs are showing great flashes of hope. They're having great offensive plays, great defensive plays. It's just unfortunately those self-inflicted wounds that are coming back to get them.
Exactly. Tyler Graham with a nice reception. Nice run for yards here, but the Bulldogs are going to be punting. Number 2, Mason Paddock for the kick. And that is going to go out of bounds. Again, tough break after tough break for the Bulldogs. You hate to see it there. That is going to be 1st and 10 for the Roughnecks on the 29-yard line. Again, if you're just joining us, thank you for hopping along on the stream. My name is Trey Oakley here with my good buddy Eric Cleveland here. It is 20-0 right now for the Roughnecks. Bulldog defense looking to try to stop the unstoppable offense here tonight. And it's going to be quarterback. Toss it over. Number 4, Tyson McLean with the reception. Going to give the Roughnecks another first down.
It's going to continue to be a long night for the Bulldogs if Jackson has that much time to throw. I think he was able to scan through 4 different reads before he found the open receiver.
Hits it off. Ball down. Recovered by the Bulldogs.
There we go. Another break for the Bulldogs in our direction.
Huge opportunity for the Bulldogs right there. Able to stop a potential score right there and put the ball back into their possession. Huge play by the Bulldogs.
Fantastic red zone defense to get that ball back into our offense's hands. The offense needs to capitalize here.
Big time.
There's no other way to say it. If they do not score, this game might get out of hand.
Bulldogs on the opposite 15-yard line. First down here, looking to try to make something happen. Down to Marquez. Deflection by the defense. Going to result in a 2nd and 10. Levi Sipes with his best Dikembe Mutombo impression, saying, "Not in my house."
Man, I know we're all the way up here, but man, that Levi kid, he looks tall. That must be a nice long wingspan. I'm sure that contributed to him knocking that ball down.
Roughnecks have size, there's no doubt about it. Bulldogs, 2nd and 10. Marquez takes it himself, finds Galay, but nice. Tackle by number 5, Tyson McKinney. Ensuring that the Bulldogs are not able to push that ball too far. That is going to be 3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs.
I had a good attempt at the rollout there, but those Roughnecks, they sniffed that out just like they've been sniffing out most of the offense all night.
Exactly. Rough is no nickname. They are rough, and they are proving it tonight on the defensive side. Oh, what a pass! Finds Mason Paddock. He's going to run himself. He's being chased down by the Roughnecks. He is going. He is taken down by number 10, Cal Jester. But a huge first down for the Bulldogs, putting them into the opposite side of the field, looking for a big opportunity to score here. What a pass by Marquez, and what a run by Mason.
That was just a simple out route. Beautiful ball by Ethan, great catch by Mason, and he just made a man miss, and he sprinted for his life. That was a beautiful, beautiful play, setting the Bulldogs up in the red zone with another opportunity to score.
Great opportunity right here. Bulldogs 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line. Marquez, look for the open man, finds Ethan Galay. Nice reception, taken down by a horde of Roughnecks, but great play by Mr. Galay. That's going to be 2nd and 7 here on the 15-yard line. Bulldogs stacking, trying to make something happen. Marquez finds number 20, but it's taken down again by number 9, Levi Sipes, putting on a defensive clinic here today. And that is going to result in a loss of yards for the Bulldogs.
I thought that was an incomplete pass, honestly. I thought it hit the ground, but maybe it was a backwards pass and I just couldn't see it from up here. But that offensive line picked up that blitzer really quick. There was a nice blitzer coming down right up the middle, and the offensive line just grabbed it quick.
Absolutely. Got a 3rd and 12 here for the Bulldogs, trying to put some points up on the board. Galay going, Marquez going for a pass. That is stopped by the defense, resulting in a 4th down. Looking for Hudson Smith there on that play, but unfortunately, just a hounding defense again and again and again. Just stopping every single opportunity for the Bulldogs.
And Ethan did a great job stepping up in the pocket there to avoid that edge rusher, but unfortunately it was just not enough to get that first down.
Bulldogs are going to go for it. 4th and 20 here. Marquez takes a step, hands it off. Nice, let it roll over. To Mason Paddock. Is able to get a nice run down the field, but unfortunately is not able to result in a first down. That's going to be a first down Roughnecks on about the 15-yard line.
Like you're saying, Trey, Mason Paddock is proving to be a huge factor in this game for the Bulldogs. I think that's where most of their yards have come from on offense. If they can continue to feed him the ball, they might have a really good chance to come back and get this game back in hand before halftime.
They've had some great opportunities, and unfortunately just met every single time by the wall that is the Roughneck defense. Bulldogs have been able to turn it over a couple times here on the defensive end. Let's see if they're going to be able to cause another one. Snaps the ball over Jackson Ludlow. Gets it off to number 14, Branson Wood. Bulldogs able to take him down. Still will be a little plus in yards, and that is going to be a 2nd and 6. Here with about 7:45 to go. Again, apologies for the clock tonight. It's being a little funky. Trying to make sure that is all cut up for you guys joining us on the live stream. Jackson going to take it himself. Is able to get a first down. Dodging and weaving, but is taken down by number 8, Shane Cheek. Going to result in a first down for Roughnecks. Snaps the ball. Looking for a pass. Finds number 3, Logan Ladwig. Taken down by a hound of Bulldogs at the 50-yard line, but that is unfortunately going to result in another Roughneck first down.
The Bulldogs are playing with a lot of space. I cannot remember what the opposite of press is called, but they're not pressing, which is leaving these Roughneck receivers a lot of opportunity to catch quick passes, just like this, and then run it for some extra yards.
Number 3, Logan Ladwig. Again, able to get another first down on these opportunities. Looking like Madden experts out here, calling play after play after play, realizing their opponents, being able to read it, and calling the plays quick and going for it again. Got another timeout here by the Bulldogs. That is their 3rd and final timeout of this half. Looking to try to calm the storm right now. Bulldogs are just struggling to contain these quick passes by the Roughnecks.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, they need to start playing a little bit closer, need to start pressing up a little more, force them to throw the ball downfield.
Bulldogs are really going to have to start containing these big plays. Ludlow accounted for about 3,000 yards of offense last year, about 2,100 passing, about 875 rushing. He's dangerous through the air with the deep receiver group, especially with Ladwig, McLean, and Jester out there, but he can also break up those chunks of runs whenever he needs to. Again, Ludlow out here just putting on a great show. You can see why he was a guy to watch tonight. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. Bulldogs again just trying to stop this onslaught. First and 10. He's taking it himself. It's taken down by a nice herd of dogs. Going to result in a 2nd down and 6. Second and 7, actually. And Short spurts of yards are proving to be very positive right now here for the Roughneck offense. Coach, calling the play. Snaps the ball. Takes it again himself. It's taken down by your Bulldogs. Nice play there by number 28, Len Umana, to make sure that there is no trying to weather the storm here. That's going to be 3rd and 2. A guy came in here and said that someone needed him. Unfortunately, pass is complete on that end. Over to receiver number 11, Braddock Richardson. Resulting, unfortunately, again for your Bulldogs in another first down for the Roughnecks. Putting themselves in 1st and goal here. Jackson runs it back. Finds a wide open Tyson McLean in the end zone, but is not able to make the catch, making his 2nd and goal.
And it's a good thing that that ball was not as accurate as it could have been. So our Bulldog defender slipped in the end zone. I wonder if it's some of that rain that we had earlier that caused some loose footing.
Could have been. 2nd and goal here. Bulldogs trying to maintain the offensive efforts here of the Roughnecks. Again, 20-0 White Oak right now. Eustace looking to try to make a stop. Snap to quarterback Jackson Ludlow. Takes it up himself. Finds a gap in the middle. It's taken down by the Bulldogs, but that's still going to result in a 3rd down and inches here. Closer to the goal line. He's got 1 yard to go to result in another touchdown. He's going to take it himself. Run right into the end zone, and that is going to be the 3rd touchdown here of the evening.
They're not signaling a touchdown. Did something happen?
Now. Some miscommunication out here.
But touchdown.
There's a penalty on the play, but it still will result in a White Oak touchdown. Penalty on your Bulldogs likely is going to stand on the kickoff. Making that 26-0 right now. Roughnecks adds a little bit more. Some more blast in the horns. There is another flag on the play here. Let's see what the yellow is all about.
What did you say earlier? Mustard on the grass?
Mustard on the lettuce.
Mustard on the lettuce.
Yeah,
That was it. Okay.
Mustard on the lettuce.
I've never heard that. I like that.
I got it wrong. I kept saying mustard on the green last time. And shout out Miss Chauber. She let me know that it is mustard on the lettuce. Shout out Miss Chauber. Seems like it is another penalty on the Bulldogs. Unclear what the call is here. It was offsides on the Bulldogs. Penalty is going to be declined, still resulting in an extra point for the Roughnecks, making that 27-0 here with 5:01 to go in the 2nd quarter. Shout out Peyton Monroe joining us on the YouTube live stream comments. Shout out to all the bros out there. You will likely see Peyton on a future broadcast. We're looking forward to having him on here. Shout out to the bro. Love that guy. Roughnecks are just draining the life out of the Bulldogs here tonight, putting up a quick 27-0 barrage here in this first half.
Trey, the Bulldogs will get the football back after the half. We're about to get the football back now. This is a great opportunity to staple themselves as a new program, as a program that wants to win and is ready to win. We can have a nice sustained drive, chew down that clock, get a touchdown. We can come right back at it after halftime and have another opportunity to score again.
Onside kick here. Recovered by Tyler Graham.
I thought he got there a
Swipe.
little early, but
Fortunately,
the refs did
able to
not
recover
agree.
that onside kick. That is going to result in a nice 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. First and 10 here for 59 here to go in the first quarter. Shout out Jake as well, joining us on the YouTube comment section. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Jake Hagman Movies. Great guy. Amazing lad. Makes some quality content. And also is a wonderful man of the Lord. Shout out to the bros. Again, thank you if you are joining us on YouTube or Facebook. Again, my name's Trey Oakley. Thankful that you were here with us on the Useless Bulldog Sports Network. Bulldogs in a rough little pickle here. 27th spot up on the board, looking to try to whittle that down a little bit. Marquez going to take it himself. Finds a nice seed apart through. That is going to be 2nd and 6. On 34-yard line. Bulldogs again looking to make some action happen here tonight. It's been a quiet evening on the scoreboard, but we've seen crazier things happen. Bulldogs trying to make some noise. Big fellas lining up. Snaps the ball. Oh no, another unfortunate mistake. That is going to be an incomplete pass, resulting in a 3rd and 6.
Trey, they almost had some busted coverage down on the Bulldogs side. Number 7, Hayden Bracken was almost wide open. The safety was running over to try and cover him before that play happened, and unfortunately, they didn't see it before the snap.
No, another costly mistake, but again, another opportunity for the Bulldogs to try to make something happen. Cooper Brigatis, man of the ball, about to snap it. Quarterback Ethan Marquez hands it off number 2 Mason Paddock. Or number 20, apologies. Preston Sy. Gets a little bit of yards going there. That is going to make it 4th and 5 here for the Bulldogs. Looks like they're bringing the punt team back out.
This Roughnecks defense is relentless, Trey. They are not stopping for anything. They are go, go, go. And it's showing here tonight.
They do not want to see any Bulldog points up on that scoreboard tonight.
Now, do we watch for a fake again?
Punt is up. That is going to go out close to the 40-yard line.
It was a good Bulldog bounce. It rolled about another 7 or 8 yards from where it hit. Looks like we've got White Oaks football from the 39.
Just hoping again to just slow them down. Again, they've been able to make some big defensive plays tonight, recovering a couple of fumbles, hoping to see if they can do such again. Number 52, Dakota Green for the Roughnecks. Ready to snap the ball. Gets it off. Another short pass over to number 3. Logan Ladwig goes out of bounds.
There is a flag on the play. Are they coming back?
Good to see what's going on here with the flag. It's going to go in the favor of the Roughnecks. Face mask on the Bulldogs. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, pushing the ball even further for the Roughnecks. That's going to be about on the 34-yard line. 3:27 here to go. Snap again. Quarterback number 2. Jackson
Oh, he's
Ludlow.
wide open.
Long pass. Finds the wide open receiver. Number 10, Cal Jester, for another roughneck touchdown. White Oak 33, Eustis 0 here with 3:19 in the first quarter.
That's been the story all night. Jackson Ludlow is making great passes. The receivers are getting open, and he is finding them, and he's delivering beautiful balls to make those end zone reads, make touchdowns, make great plays.
A great run there by Cal Jester, able to find himself wide open. And that is another +1, making this 34-0 Roughnecks. They are just pounding it on the Bulldogs here tonight. 3:19 here to go, 34-0 Roughnecks. Just taking the life out of the Bulldogs here.
Trey, with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left, I mean, hopefully Eustis can come back, make the game respectable. Again, if we can get a touchdown before going into the half, that's going to be huge in a momentum swing. The game isn't over until that clock says 0 in the fourth quarter, so
Exactly.
anything can happen today.
Bulldogs just need a little bit of life. Kick is going to be bobbled around by Hudson. But again, taken down deep into the field by the Roughnecks. It'll be first down on the opposite 16-yard line for the Bulldogs. 3 minutes, 13 seconds here to go. Looking to try to make this lead a little smaller here. So far, Roughnecks are just making it pretty difficult out here. Eustis just needs to be able to prevent these splash plays. Big passes, tough scrambles. That's determining the outcome of this game right now, and it's going in the favor of the Roughnecks. That is going to be a 2nd and 9. Short push of yards for the Bulldogs.
Found this in the parking lot.
We're broadcasting on live.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not doing that?
Yeah, they'll do it. Shout out Officer Pittman,
Thank you for your service.
legend of Eustis. Also, shout out Pata, our canine friend. Make sure that we are protected up at the high school. Nice run there by Preston Sy. Giving the Bulldogs another opportunity to try to get a first down here. That is going to be about a 3rd and 4.
Offensive line opened up a nice little hole to get into the second level there.
Parting the sea out there. We love to see it down there in the big fellas.
Looking like Moses.
Bulldogs looking to try to push the ball, get a first down, and stay alive here in the first half. Hands it back off to Preston. Big hit on the field. Again, just preventing anything from happening. That's going to be a little bit of loss of yards. Looks like we're going to have another punt here. Official timeout here on the field. Minute 49 to go. Shout out to all of our cheerleaders out here. Tonight is construction night. Nice little theme night here in the Boneyard. Coach Mancio been doing an incredible job with our cheerleaders this year. Minute 49 here in the second quarter. 4th and 5, Bulldogs looking to punt the ball. And 34 up right now by the Roughnecks. Says punt off. Taken by number 4, Tyson McLean.
That punt was nearly blocked. I was on the edge of my seat for that. But that was a beautiful punt to at least somewhat flip the fields. I mean, I think he was standing almost back in his own end zone.
Tyson McKinney with the actually Tyson McLean. My apologies. There's Tyson and Tyson. Is number 4 and 5. Very convenient. Not related at all. Their first names are just Tyson. That is going to result in a first.
Well, one is spelled with an E and one is spelled with an O, though. So
Very interesting. White Oak looking to add on to their massive lead here. 1st and 10 here on the 49-yard line. Pass. Beams it over. Unfortunately dropped by number 4, Tyson McLean. That's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 49-yard line. Nice little break here for the Bulldogs.
He's beating himself up. He's beating himself up over that one.
Wide
He had
open,
one
just
man
enough.
to beat if he caught that.
Exactly. Wide open himself right there. Unfortunately, just isn't able to recover it. Right through the fingers. 2nd and 10. Looking for the open man. Finds number 10, Cal Jester. Dodges, weaves, and is taken down.
I think he had a first down, and I think he ran backwards.
Taken down by number 7, Hayden Bracken. 3rd and 3. Going for another pass. Finds the wide open Tyson McLean on the left side. Is able to avoid the tackle. Runs it all the way in through some friction to make it a 40-0 lead here for the Roughnecks.
Tyson is a big man, and he's quick, too. He was able to make a man miss. I think he might have gotten a stiff arm or something. But he caught that wide open, and all he had to do was run and make a couple men miss, and he was gone.
Exactly. Able to fight through contact, make it into the end zone despite it all. 40-0 here in the second quarter. An unfortunate start for your Bulldogs, but an incredible onslaught of offense by the Roughnecks. Again, another one putting up a Dirk Nowitzki 41-0 here in your first quarter. Did you like the Dirk reference?
Oh, I didn't even hear it, honestly.
Ah, man. As I put up 41-0 like Dirk Nowitzki style.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
I respect it. I miss Dirk. You know who else I miss? Luka.
I know.
And now Micah Parsons.
I know. What are your opinions on the Micah Parsons trade?
Man, why the Packers?
Yeah.
Anybody else but the Packers.
Make sure, let everybody know who you're a fan of, just in case you don't.
I'm a big Detroit Lions fan.
Yes. And
One
a valid
pride.
one as well. I'll admit I don't really have much affiliation for an NFL team. I root for the Cowboys, but honestly just to make people mad. But I was a big Saints guy for a long time. I loved Drew Brees. Still do.
Drew Brees is great to watch. Trey, these Bulldogs have 51 seconds, no timeouts. I mean, do you think they can make something out of this?
I'm hoping so. Hoping to see some action happen here. About 51 seconds here. Just seeing how the defense is just incredibly applied pressure onto the Bulldogs. It's unfortunately looking rough out here, but again, always an opportunity for some glimmer. Bulldogs are going to let it jump into the end zone. Going to recover it at the 20. First down, Bulldogs on the 25-yard line.
And, you know, Trey, like we mentioned earlier, this game is still far from over.
Absolutely.
There's still 51 seconds in this half. There's a whole nother half of football to play. Halftime adjustments are a real thing, and that could be the key to this game.
Exactly. If they're able to put up 41, it's a possibility that the Bulldogs can do so as well. Never a doubt of hope, but it is getting tougher and tougher as that light is getting dimmer. But there's still an opportunity for the Bulldogs to turn up the lamp here. Snap by the Bulldogs. Pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. Resulting in a second down. And 5.
Good
Second and
5-yard
5.
run. Not certain what they really did there, but they did something to get 5 yards.
Nice little power of friendship to get them there onto the 30-yard line. Going to see a 2nd and 5 here. Bulldogs just trying to make something happen with about 26 seconds to go. Quarterback Marquez, again, is going to try to push it up the middle. Group hug in the middle.
Okay, it looks like we're just running some quarterback sneaks to run out the clock. It's a little bit less than what we've got on the broadcast.
Time is going to expire here in the first half. It is going to be 41-0 White Oak over Eustis. We're going to take a little break here. We're going to come back, give you a nice live performance of the band. We'll see you here for our band halftime show. We're welcoming you back. Currently, White Oak is heading out to the field for their band performance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The White Oak Independent School District proudly presents Upholding a Legacy of Excellence and Performance. The ensemble that commands the field with power, precision, and pride. The White Oak High School Band.
Again, if you're just joining us, welcome to the halftime show. White Oak Band is about to perform.
High School
Big round of applause for the White Oak Band.
Tonight, the band's program includes Roughneck Fanfare by the Snow Patrons and Chicago World's Fair Centennial Celebration Number by Carl Fanning. And assistant drum major is Stephanie Wilson. Drum major, you may take the field in this halftime performance.
Shout out to the White Oak Roughneck Band. Wonderful halftime performance by them. Coming up next, it'll be your Rhythm Machine on 316, the Eustis High School Football Band. all right, it is that time. It is your Rhythm Machine on 316 here, setting up. Oh, I see the man, the myth, the legend himself, Emmanuel Burge. Shout out to my guy. I love Mr. Burge. And make sure you stay tuned in, 'cause we got your Rhythm Machine on 316, the Eustis High School Band, led by Crystal Heidel. Also co-directed by Miss Harrell and Mr. Justin Legal. Also, Mr. Litton. Find a seat, grab a snack, kick back, and enjoy your Rhythm Machine on 316.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Pride of Eustis, the Rhythm Machine on 316. Under the field direction of hit majors Blake Smith and Viv Holland, including the music of Peter Dent, Donald Burton, Jacob Lawson, and Black Eyed Peas, we are proud to present their 2025 show, Work Hard, Play Hard. Directors of the band are Crystal Heidel, Sam Litton, Justin Legal, Savannah Harrell, and Adrian French. Marcher of the Week is Van Poulter. Section of the Week is the Trombones.
All right. There was your Rhythm Machine on 316, the mighty Eustace Bulldog Band. We'll be right back in just a little bit with about 10.5 minutes left at halftime.
All right. We are back here on the live stream again. My name is Trey Oakley. Welcome back to the Eustis Bulldog Sports Network. Joined again by my good friend, Eric Cleveland. Not going to lie to you, folks. It's looking pretty rough out here. A nice little Dirk Nowitzki 41-point deficit by the Bulldogs right now. Looking pretty rough right here, Eric, but what do you think the Bulldogs can do right here to try to make this a little bit more interesting?
Well, from what I've noticed, the Bulldogs really are playing off-man coverage. They're playing deep. They're letting the quick throws get through to the receivers, and they're able to just run, at least 5 or 6 yards almost every play. I think the Bulldogs need to make an adjustment of at least playing a little bit closer to the line to force them to think about where they're going to throw it, because it seems like they know where they're going to throw it every time, right off the bat.
Exactly.
Of course, Jackson Ludlow is just tearing the Bulldog defense apart.
I know. Great possession after great possession. For Eustis, the second half is going to be about pride, execution, not looking at the scoreboard, but just at each snap and every opportunity to try to build for the rest of the season. But seen some crazy things here in the Boneyard, been a part of a couple of them myself. We are going to see if they can get something interesting happening here tonight. We are entering our third quarter.
I was muted the whole time. That's so funny.
Unfortunately, Eric was muted that whole time.
It is what it is, you know?
Thanks, wife, for letting me know. Anyways, Eric, you want to say what you did again? It was really good.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I think the Bulldogs in this half need to start playing a little bit closer, more press coverage, right? They don't need to be up on them, trying to get in their face immediately, but they need to make Jackson Ludlow think where he's going to throw the ball. It seems like they know before the snap where that ball is going to go, and he's just slinging it, and they're getting plenty of yards after the catch. So the Bulldogs defense really needs to step up and stop those quick throws and force them to think where they're going to throw. Make them make a couple reads.
Exactly. White Oak's passing game has been sharp so far, and the quarterback has spread the ball extremely well. The wealth has been all around tonight, but the Bulldogs looking to try to get some themselves. Hands it off to Mason Paddock. Dodging and weaving, but taken away by the Roughnecks C, who recovered the possession.
Looks like the Bulldogs got it back, which is a great recovery. Mason Paddock was juking and weaving and trying to make something out of nothing, and unfortunately, it seems like he just ended up losing the ball.
Rough possession there by the Bulldogs, but again, they need to focus on this execution, need to focus on their own game plan.
At this point, like you said, it's pride. It needs to come down to playing football live. It's a completely different game than practice.
Quick pass over to number 20, Preston Sy. Gains a few yards. Going to make that a 3rd and 9 for Eustis. $10:50 to go here. 41 zip. White Oak right now. Looking to trying to keep that way. Bulldogs take the snap. Tosses it over to number 2, but just again and again. Great defense by the Roughnecks. Taken down by number 51, I believe. Looks like that was Jose Garcia on the tackle. To make it a 4th down, Bulldogs. Looks like we're going to have another punt here by Eustis. Ball on the 7. Eustis going for the punt.
This Roughnecks defense is living up to their name. They are rough.
There's a high snap on that. On the punt attempt. Recovered well by number 28, Lendu Numana, but gonna put the Bulldogs in a more precarious situation.
I think the Bulldogs have lost a lot of their confidence that they had coming into this game. And I understand it. You know, going down 41-0 in your first game is not where any football team wants to be.
Exactly. Defensively, they have just played tight man coverage. They've been limiting every single option that Eustis even has. Again, though, like you mentioned, it's the first game of the season.
Both teams are still trying to just figure out their identities. White Oak coming out and showing their identity by sheer dominance tonight, but Eustis still just trying to find it. Again, crazy things have happened on a Friday night in Texas. We'll see if that can happen again.
You know, White Oak, again, like we said, they're not a pushover. Their 5-5 record last season was not a great indication of where they're at. They were competitive in almost every game.
There was an incomplete pass. It was tipped by the Bulldogs, resulting in an incomplete pass. Doing a great Victor Wembanyama impression. Hands it off to number 7. Kenny Powell. What? Bulldogs played some nice defense right here, making that 3rd and 9.
Oh, looks like we've got an injured Roughneck down on the field.
Official timeout. There's an injury on the field. Is number 4, Tyson McLean. He's up and moving. Looking well. 3rd and 9, 9:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Roughneck ball. The snap. Looking for the wide open man. Finds number 3, Logan Ladwig. Bulldogs are able to contain. Make sure that there is no score added to the board, but it is still going to result in a first down.
And before we move on from it, I'm glad that Tyson was able to get up and walk off the field on his own power. It looked like he might have just had some cramps and just needed to get stretched out.
Yeah, it's an early time in the season here. Cramps are a very common enemy in this game. That was number 12, Tucker Ludlow, passing it over to, we assume, his brother, Jackson Ludlow, for a brotherly connection touchdown, making that 47-zip. That's pretty cool that they're brothers, though.
It is.
I noticed that. I was like, hey, look at them. I'm sure their mama is very proud. Extra point is good. They sound the horn, making that 48-0 here with 8:57 left in the 3rd quarter. Taking the hope out of the purple and gold, just one touchdown at a time.
It doesn't feel like one play at a time anymore. It feels like just a touchdown every play.
Yeah. White Oak came to play tonight. Bulldogs doing everything they can, but just hit every single wide open door. Roughnecks are there to just slam it closed. Making the reach of this game just seem further and further away. Number 8, the kicker, Brady. About to send it over to the purple and gold. Bulldogs. Take it in the end zone.
And again, like we were saying earlier, first game I mean, first game under a brand new head coach, you expect some kinks to be ironed out. I don't
Exactly.
think, unfortunately, they didn't expect to go down 48-0 in
Exactly.
the third quarter. But again, we got a new head coach, a fresh team, ready to come out and win. And this might not be the game, but you don't learn from a win; you learn from a loss.
Exactly. Early growing pains here in the season, but again, plenty of things that you can learn from. 8:57 here in the third quarter. Still plenty of time to try to shorten the lead. Get a nice little Chris Paul for 3 moment.
I understood at that time.
Bulldogs. Hand it off. Number 20, Preston Sy.
There was just nothing there. I mean, he ran into a brick wall of white.
Roughneck defense again, executing their game plan absolutely perfectly tonight. 2nd and 10 here. About 8.5 to go. Pass complete. Over to number 22, Ethan Galay.
And again, it's stuff like this that you want to see now from the Bulldogs, right? Are they probably going to win this game? Probably not. However, this is where we're getting sparks of life. Things that the coaches want to see, players want to see, the fans want to see. Executed plays that are ran well and get positive yards.
Exactly. Trying to put a little bit of spark back on the heart of the Bulldogs. Looks like we got a timeout here, Bulldogs. First time out of the half for Eustis. 3rd and 1. For White Oak right now, this is a statement. Winning to open the year, putting their mark down on this upcoming season, letting people know that they are not here to play. They've been showing balance offensively and real strength in the trenches, and at this point, coaches will probably start rotating in some younger guys to get some varsity reps. For Eustis, it's character right now. You want to see them keep fighting, keep communicating, try to get some positives to take away, whether it's a good defensive stop, finally stringing together a positive drive. We'll see a bombastic lead right now for the Roughnecks. 3rd and 1. There's a dog pile on the field.
Best Philadelphia Eagles impression with a little tush push.
That is going to result in a Bulldog first down.
And, I think the Bulldogs are doing a great job showing composure. A lot of teams down 48-0 are going to be making a ton of mistakes. But I think the Bulldogs are pulling this together. That's a good first down. They're already starting off with a solid drive. This is a great positive to take away.
Exactly. One bit at a time is all you can do in these moments. As they like to say, the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Bulldogs. With the snap, Ethan Marquez is going to take it himself, gain some yards, cross over the 40-yard line, and that is going to result in a 2nd and 4. 2nd and 6.
Playing fundamental football back here. That was a
Camera
great
running
quarterback
around.
draw. Get some good yards. Again, starting off with a positive yardage gain on first down is the start to any good drive.
Exactly. 2nd and 6 right here. Bulldogs making nice progress right here. Slow and steady, winning the race. Camera flying around. Number 2, Mason Paddock with the run right now. Finds an open gap, jumps over the defender, is able to get a first down, crosses over the 50-yard line. Bulldogs making some positive progression right now. Eustis pushing the ball well right now. Pushing it over, getting to the 48-yard line. Inching closer and closer to trying to put some points on the board.
Truckload of Roughnecks diving in and pushing Paddock back.
That was just blown up in the backfield before the play even had a chance to develop.
White Oak just executing at such a high level tonight. That is going to result in a 2nd and 12. Under 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs 2nd and 12. Trying to keep this going. 50-yard line. Ball's a little high. Recovered by QB Marquez. But this is going to be an unfortunate loss of yards, putting the Bulldogs in a pretty rough spot here. 4.5 to go. It's going to be 3rd and 26. Rough spot to be in right here, but again, always a possibility here on a Friday night. Big fellas lined it up. Marquez taking himself, finds the wide open Mason Paddock, but unfortunately drops the ball.
Man, that is really unfortunate. He was looking at the green ahead of him before he caught that ball.
Just a rough break right there. You can see him beating himself up. Tough break right there. Bulldogs are going to punt. Back on their 36-yard line.
Trey, you got to think at this point, White Oak is going to be taking out their starters and, again, letting some of the younger guys get in there.
Very good shot. This is the right opportunity to do so. Get some varsity reps in, especially early on in the year. Get everybody involved in the action. Get a nice little taste of Friday Night Lights.
No, it looks like they still have Jackson Ludlow out there, but he's lining up as a receiver.
His brother, Tucker, going to be running the QB spot. Hands it off to number 7, Kenny Powell. Nice skinny yards. Second. Tucker. Incomplete pass, making it 3rd and 4. Was looking for number 10, Kyle Jesser, but unfortunately was just not able to connect the dot. 3rd and 4 upcoming.
And I know that White Oak has some backups in now, but again, this is a great time for Eustis to just take control real quick, get a stop, get some confidence, win some pride back. This is a great opportunity for them to do all that.
It ain't over till it's over. QB Tucker looking for his brother, but unfortunately another incomplete pass, making it a 4th and 4.
Trey, I think this is the first 4th down that the Roughnecks have had.
That is a very good shot that is true. 2:44 here remaining in the third quarter. It looks like the Roughnecks are going to continue to press the ball. Which at this point, do you really mind? Up 48. Might as well try some stuff out.
Again, they're letting those JV players get some varsity reps. Some of the younger players, freshmen and sophomores.
Hands it off to number 7. Gives it off to Preston. Attack on the field by number 17, Justin Buford. But that is going to result in another first down. Tucker. There's nobody out there on the field. And the pass gonna make a second and 10. Looks like they're letting the clock run here on the field. We should fix that on our end too. Catching up to them right now. Figured incomplete pass results in nothing. Looks for the wide number 5. Tyson McKinney. But again, gonna result in an incomplete pass. Gonna make that third and 10. Yes, indeed. It looks like they are gonna be running the clock for the rest of this quarter.
More likely than not, the rest of the game.
Very much. Bulldog defense lining up. Cheerleader of the week, Skylar Buchanan. QB Tucker. Interception by the Bulldogs. That's number 28. Lenny Numana. He's running down the field. He is at the 35-20. That is going to be a pick 6, resulting in a Bulldog touchdown.
Trey, what an amazing way to get on the board. Obviously, this game is pretty far out of hand, but that defensive line absolutely nailed the quarterback, and that they absolutely forced that pick. What a great way to start off the scoring for the Bulldogs. Hopefully we can get some more in tonight before the end of the game.
Great. Great possession by Lenny Numana. They're going to be going for the extra point here as the clock has continued to run and expired here. We are plugged back in. I got too excited and I accidentally unplugged my own set. Extra point is good. Bulldogs 7, Roughnecks 48. Heading into the fourth quarter. trying to give themselves an opportunity, but it is well recovered by number 11, Braddock Rangers. Bulldogs giving it a shot, but great recovery by the Roughneck there. Schrodinger's. 12 minutes of play time here in the fourth quarter. Hoping to see a little bit more positive reaction from the Bulldogs. But finally put some numbers on the board, looking to make add to the highlight reels. Trying to build some positive momentum into the next game, but stranger things have happened. 41-point lead right now for the Roughnecks. Eustis looking to try to capitalize here on defense. QB back in number 2. Number 7, Kenny Hole, just ravaging through the defense.
I would expect that from both a linebacker and a running back.
Exactly. He's been playing on both sides of the ball tonight, doing so very, very effectively. Wide open, showing some great discipline here tonight. 2nd and 8 right here. High pass. Wobbled out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Going to result in a 2nd and 2. Or 3rd and 2. Apologies. Shout out Chad Santelli with Todd Realtor Group. Love that brother. Good friend of mine from youth group. Now working with Todd Russell Realty in Athens, Texas. Roughnecks are able to get a first down on that. Maybe Jackson Lindlow is just bobbing and weaving. He's Houdini out there. He's going to run it all the way into the end zone for another touchdown. Just able to bob and weave, find a gap, find another opportunity to put points on the board.
He refused to go down in the backfield. The will of that man to continue to stand up and keep pushing. I mean, that was a negative law. That was a negative play, and he turned that into a touchdown. And again, we were saying this at the beginning. Jackson Ludlow is a great quarterback. He's got legs. He's got an arm. He could be playing at the next level next year.
Absolutely, he has a great field. Looks like they may. Never mind. For a second, it looked like they might have been going for a 2-point conversion. They were just going for a flag on the field.
Bless you.
Thank you. I have sneezed. False start. By the Roughnecks. There we go. False start. Extra point is up and right between the uprights.
It is up.
7. Bulldogs 7. Roughnecks 9. 35 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Well, Eric, what do you think the Bulldogs can do falling after this? Don't got a lot of time left on the board. What do you think they can try to do to build momentum for the next game?
I mean, like we were saying, the game is all but over now. They've started running the clock, which is essentially saying, let's just get this over with. But the Bulldogs, again, can start a great spurt on offense. Weirdly enough, even though it's 55-7, the defense really has been the highlight of the game for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs have had some great moments.
They have had great moments. They've had great moments, and then they've let big opportunities pass them up. Jackson Ludlow is a great quarterback. He's been throwing dimes right over the heads of receivers. He's been throwing great little touch passes.
Making it in himself.
Yeah.
He's not able to do right now. Clock is back up and running. Apologies for any clock delays here tonight. I'm looking to try to improve on that as we go. I'll take accountability for such. Recovered by number 22, Ethan Galay. He's going to try to run it himself. Finding some great yards. Able to make it downfield. And to give the Bulldogs a nice little opportunity to try to bring some life back into the building. Back up here to the building. Not really a building, we're outside. But you get the imagery. Or maybe you don't. Galay takes it himself, but that's going to result in a second down and 10. Second and 8.
Trey, I think this is a great time for the Bulldogs to get some offensive momentum going into the next game. You know, execute plays, execute them well, and just play solid fundamental football. That's what they need to do right now to get some momentum for the next game.
Exactly. Build some healthy habits heading into our games. Ball lane.
Listening when that comes about it. It's going to take a while.
Bulldogs going for another run. Able to find an opening. Results in another first
to get some
down
offensive
for your
momentum going into the
Bulldogs.
next game. You know, execute plays, execute them well, and just play solid fundamental football. That's what they need to do right now to get some momentum for the next game.
It looks like that was recovered by the Roughnecks. That is going to turn the Pins, unfortunately, resulting in another White Oak first down. You hate to see it here late in the game, but again, what else can you really expect at this point?
Yeah, there's not much else you can do. I mean, it's just unfortunate mistake after unfortunate mistake. You know, and again, these Bulldogs are coming in. It's their first game with the new head coach. I think he's not doing a bad job at all.
Not at
They're
all.
they're just taking their time. They've got to adjust to this, you know, the possibility of a new offense, new defense coming in, and again, this White Oak Roughnecks team is a good football team.
Quarterback position being handed back over to Tucker Ludlow. White Oak able to get some more positive yardage there. Ran by number 21, Cameron Vale. We have the Lorax on the cheer squad, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Lorax here. He says, let it grow. While White Oak is saying, let it die, let it die.
Trey, you think he speaks for the trees?
Man, by the looks of it, I think he speaks for the trees. Jackson Hernandez with the takedown, resulting in a 3rd and 3.
Trey, I want to know, as a former Eustis Bulldogs football player, what do you think they need to do right now to continue this moment, to build some momentum and just have encouragement and hope for the next game? Because this is defeating as a football player, as I'm sure you know.
Exactly. I mean, I've been a part of some blowouts here on the field, on the unfavorable end of such. Been in some rough butt whoopings, as the youngins would say. But all you got to do is shake it off. You got to realize that sometimes it's just simply not your night. It's the beginning of the year. You got to put a smile on your face, put a song in your heart. And again, you said it yourself. You just got to encourage one each other.
encourage one another, I should say. But again, it's easy to demotivate yourself after this and to beat yourself up. But again, you got to shake it off. Realize that there is a game next week. Again, if you're tuning in with us, next week's game is going to be away in Buffalo. Time is going to be at 7:30. We are looking to be able to have the show go on the road. So we are hoping to bring you a live stream from Buffalo, Texas. Would be even better if it was at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I don't disagree with that.
White Oak is going to take the ball. Gets it over to number 23, Angel Melia. Able to result in another Roughneck first down.
Again, I think that's been a lot of the killer for today's for the defense today, is they're just getting quick, short screen passes, wide receiver screens, bubble screens, and then they're just running for 10, 15 yards after.
Exactly.
You know, White Oak's offense is executing it very, very well.
Now, there hasn't been a lot of huge yards or huge runs today. Been a couple in such. Taken down close to the goal line by your Bulldogs. This will be 2nd and goal with about 3 minutes left in this game. We have corrected our scoreboard. Again, work in progress. It's the first game of the year for us as well. Learning as we go. Bulldog defense looking to try to keep this a little manageable. Incomplete pass. Looking for the receiver number 11, Braddock Richardson right there. This is going to be a 3rd and goal. About 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here to go. 3rd and goal here, 55. White Oak, 7, your Eustis Bulldogs.
Hey, and shout out to you Bulldog faithful still in the stands. There's still a lot of people here even in this blowout. So shout out to you for sticking around.
Exactly. Nothing better than a Friday night here in Eustis, Texas. Time out here on the field. Roughnecks looking to add even more on the board. Hands it off to number 21, Cameron Vale. It's going to be 4th and goal for the Roughnecks. As my good friend Landon Chambers once said, they are stacking, making it happen right now.
Stacking it on.
55-7. Shout out Landon. Love that guy.
Shout out Landon.
Youth minister out in the Houston area. Hope him and his family are doing great. Field goal attempt by Roughnecks.
right into the uprights, resulting in another.
With this running clock coming down to an end, Bulldogs might have time for one, maybe two plays.
It's looking about all over here, folks.
These two plays don't need to be about scoring. Again, they need to be about solid, fundamental football where they can have just more positives to work off of for next week.
Exactly.
We're going to have a lot to talk about in practice. We're going to have a lot of film to watch. And, again, you learn a lot more from a blowout loss than you do from a blowout win.
Exactly. Tonight, it's not necessarily about scoreboard. That shouldn't be the big takeaway. There's still been effort. There's still been a lot of discipline. Unfortunate mistakes that White Oak has just been able to capitalize on. But, again, they have executed their game plan tonight to near perfection. Not going to lie.
With the only touchdown for the Bulldogs coming off a pick six from the backup quarterback, I mean, there's almost nothing that these Roughnecks have done wrong.
Number 22, Ethan Galay, with the catch on the kick. Good shot. Bulldogs may try to run it out here, but hopefully they'll look to try to get some offense running just to try to get something going here to end the night on a positive note. Shout out to the White Oak Roughneck crowd as well. Showing up and showing out very well for their team.
And it's not an easy drive. It's about an hour and a half from
Not
White
at all.
Oak.
Is they're from the Longview area, right? Yeah. That's over your neck of the woods.
That is my neck of the woods.
All right. Running the clock. Good shot that we're going to be running now. Run up the middle again. Taken down by the Roughnecks. Gonna make it second down here with about 45 seconds to go. Resulting in a 2nd and 8 here. Looks like we have quick little timeout on the field. Looks like somebody needs a banana. Training crew coming out. Shout out to all the trainers out here. Hard work all day, every day, throughout the week. Could not do any of this without our trainers. Checking out the YouTube comments right now. Saying, thank you for keeping it classy. Enjoy the commentary and calling good plays when you see them, no matter what side it's on. Keep up the good work. Shout out from the Roughnecks. Eustace! Nice running yards. Going to the sideline at about the 50-yard line. That is going to result in a Bulldog first down as the clock is about to expire here. Again, great defensive coverage by the Roughnecks on that to slow it down, but again, doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Got enough time for maybe one more play? Or
Looks like the clock is unfortunately going to wind out here.
There
That
we
is it.
go.
That is all she wrote, unfortunately, here in the Boneyard. But again, just
As Trey was saying before he unplugged his mic.
there we
just
go. We're
incredible.
back plugged in.
He's got it.
We got it back. But again, incredible effort by the White Oak Roughnecks tonight. Just outstanding defense. Great quarterback play by both Ludlows. Receivers just putting on a clinic. Bulldogs putting up some great effort, but not much to say when it's just a great performance by the White Oak.
Yeah,
Shout out to their coaching staff. Shout out to their fans. Shout out to their band and the cheer. Everybody who came along. Just an incredible showing out tonight by the folks out east.
Roughnecks, you guys played well. Great offensive play, great defensive play. I mean, I expect to see you guys going somewhere. This was a great, outstanding play from the Roughnecks.
Exactly. An incredible way for them to start their season on such a high note. 51-point win for the Roughnecks. They got a nice road trip
heading back over to White Oak tonight. Gonna grab them some good dinner likely. But again, lots to build on here for the Bulldogs. Again, great effort, but just it comes down to those little details.
I would say the scoreboard doesn't show the entire game, but it's true. I mean, there were a lot of just little things that the Bulldogs did to themselves. Do I think that if they fixed those mistakes that they would have won the game? Possibly not, but they definitely would have been a lot closer. And so this is something coach is going to have to go into practice and emphasize the importance of solid fundamental football.
Exactly. Lots to look over film, but again, lots to build on as well. Again, for White Oak, just an incredible performance. Something that's really going to help them building momentum heading into this season. Curious who they play next week. You have any idea?
I do not. I could figure it out pretty quick.
Yeah. Again, your Bulldogs will be on the road next week facing off against Buffalo in Buffalo.
Looks like they're playing Omaha Pewit.
Interesting.
Pewit? I honestly don't know how to say that.
Pewit, I believe.
Pewit.
Again, your final here in the Boneyard, 58-7 White Oak. Roughnecks were sharp from the opening kickoff. They executed their game plan so well, they controlled the line of scrimmage. From the get-go, they made their statement that they were here and they were not here to mess around.
So, Trey, what do these Bulldogs need to do going into the game against Buffalo next week to really change the momentum, change their pace? Because obviously 58-7 is, I mean, no team wants to see that.
Not at all. It's going to be a lot of growth this week. A lot of fine-tuning the details. Again, lots of positive that I feel like we both saw here today. We don't want to ignore that, but again, we'd be ignorant to say that the score doesn't reflect the story of tonight. But again, Bulldogs have a chance to bounce back. Everybody says when you get knocked in the face, best thing to do is get back up. That's what they got to do next week. It's going to be some hard conversations this week. A lot of film study. But, again, nothing that isn't fixable.
Yeah.
Been in these losses myself. Both of us can admit we've been in blowout. We've been on the receiving end of some blowout losses, and been on some on the fun end of those blow-offs as well, or blowouts, not blow-offs. As for White Oak, where do you think they're going to go forward with this?
I mean, I expect great things from White Oak going forward. I mean, I don't care what team you play. 58-7 is a great score. I mean, that's great momentum to work off of going into next week. I think they're gonna show out. You know, I think especially if Jackson Ludlow plays well and plays effective. I mean, they're going to be going deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, again, absolutely outstanding performance by the White Oak Roughnecks. Appreciate getting to see that we even have some White Oak folks with us here in the live stream. Thanks again for joining us. We appreciate you joining in. Such nice comments. Again, we appreciate you guys for joining us here on the Eustis Bulldog Sports Network. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege. It's been a lot of fun here. Bulldogs talking it out here. Again, great idea. We're men of faith here. We like to end things on a little bit of scripture. So, to end off our stream here tonight, wanted to quote a nice little passage from Paul in the book of Romans. Romans 5, verses 3 through 4. We rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces proven character, and proven character produces hope. That character is going to be evident for the Bulldogs tonight, seeing how they are going to respond next week when they travel over to Buffalo, see if the lessons that they learned tonight are going to be able to do such. Again, it's a tough lesson to learn, a tough hit in the mouth, but, I mean, as we see in this, we rejoice in the sufferings.
Absolutely.
It's easy to get hit, it's easy to get hard, but it's best to stand firm, rejoice even in it, because this will eventually produce something good. Shout out to the band as they're cleaning up as well.
It's funny because the band has no idea who I am, so
I know, they're just waving
at you.
it. They're just waving at me and being nice to Eric. Eric, first live commentary. How do you feel?
It was pretty fun. It was cool. It was enjoyable. And I feel like I could have done better, but it was fun getting to watch the Bulldogs play tonight. Fun getting to watch the Roughnecks play. And, you know, I think the Bulldogs will... I mean, this game will not define their season.
Not at all.
You know, they're going to go into next game with a different mindset, knowing that they can win. Just not tonight against the Roughnecks.
Yeah. Unfortunately not. Again. Tough lesson to learn. But we got a knock at the door by our band.